Hello and welcome to another edition of Overland Fam. In today's video we're going to be talking about representation. Yes, representation, or lack of, should I say, in the overlanding community. You know, guys, it's not something that I thought that I'd be talking about. And to be honest with you, it just annoys me. I don't like talking about race and, you know, the fact that there isn't many of us in the overlanding community. It does annoy me. It does. I do think representation is important. I'm going to go into the reasons why I feel that way. You know, I have been learning a lot from some amazing characters that you see around YouTube at this moment. People who have done some incredible things, especially on the African continent. People who've gone places that no one else has ever gone before. People who have driven to places and done things with their families, with their significant others. In places where when they get there is nobody else around for hundreds of miles. You know, for me this is exciting. It's incredible to listen to these people, listen to the information that they have to give, because it's absolutely invaluable and it will be used by us stringently. It will be, because this is our only tie really. Watching other people, we could read books, but it's just not as good as actually seeing in real time how certain things are done on the African continent. But just the annoying thing is that none of the people who I follow on YouTube look like me. It is a problem. Some of you out there will probably think that it isn't a problem, but the problem is that the majority of you who will probably think that it's not a problem probably don't look like me. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you the reasons why representation is important. I'm going to explain to you the reasons why it isn't, why we don't see it, why we don't see overlanding more in our community, and so hopefully see how I can perhaps make a change. I would like to make a change to that by making it more mainstream within our community, more popular within our community, not mainstream. I don't think anybody wants overlanding to be mainstream, right? Why is representation important? It's important because if you are a diasporan like I am, and if you know our origins, where I came from, I'm of Jamaican origin. I literally come from a country that was built on slavery, and slavery that was, you know, enforced on us by people from Europe. You might think, oh, this happened hundreds of years ago. It actually didn't finish until 1850. It wasn't that long ago where a lot of you guys out there would see me and be, I wonder how much I get for him. Anyway, so I shouldn't laugh at that. That's not funny. Anyway, so I shouldn't laugh about that. But do you know what? I think when it comes to serious subjects like this, a bit of cynicism goes a long way, right? Right? Communicating that to other people, why not? Have a bit of fun. It's done now. You can't change it. Anyway, I better stop before I start getting myself into trouble. Right, so it's important that you have somebody there that looks like you, that understands your culture, that understands your background. You know, not even just looks like you, but understands your background. So like, even there are a few people who do travel this way. I think Mom Trotter is one of them, but she has a big RV that she travels around the United States in. Incredible RV, by the way, guys. Beautiful motorhome. Mom Trotter, you should follow her. Who else? There is Staples and Tents, who's been talking more about the overland community, but I've yet to see Staples and Tents do a long-term overland adventure travel of any country in specifically. They are currently in Africa at this moment. I need to watch their live that I missed last night, actually. Should be fun. So there are travelers, but I don't know any long-term overland family like the Black family or a family that looks like us, or Caribbean in origin, British Caribbean. I don't know any. We're the only ones who are doing it. I just find that a little strange. I do, and a little bit annoying as well, because there's so much promise. There's so much that we can do, and this overland community is a beautiful community that accepts and embraces everyone, and I do like that. I really do like that. A lot of diasporans have had bad experiences with people from their selected countries, either whether it be the United States, the United Kingdom, or France, or wherever. So a lot of them who are now planning to travel to Africa are planning to, they've been living all their lives, in communities, in countries that don't largely belong or are run for people like them, even if they are born in that country. You understand? So a lot of them now are planning to go back to Africa, to travel the continent, to learn about their culture and their heritage, their background, their history, their people, and overlanding, I think, is the ultimate way to do it. It is. It's just the best way. Because not only are you forced to spend more time on the ground, you're also forced to speak to more people, speak to more of the locals, which will help you to build your network, and therefore will help you to get more of an understanding about who you are as well, and where your people actually came from. So that for me is really, it's critical. It's critical that that we get to learn about my origins, without having to resort to flying into Accra and staying in the local or greater Accra region. It's not going to happen, and I don't want to do that, if I need to be fair. I have no interest in doing something like that. Thank you, Iris. Thank you very much. This looks delicious. What is it?
I don't know. Collagen.
Oh, lovely.
Protein powder.
Thank you. Delicious, actually. Don't tell her that. So where was I? So, yeah, it's really important that we have people who we feel comfortable, because I think that a lot of people in the Afro-Caribbean diasporan Africans don't want to join. There are people who don't want to be a part of the community if there isn't anybody in there that they are comfortable, 100% comfortable in working with or being around. I'm not one of those people. I don't care, I think I've lived a life where I'm not interested in what you think about me. Your thoughts about me are irrelevant. Let's talk and let's get some, let's exchange information if that's the way it needs to be. And, I keep myself to myself, but I really am very selective with who I communicate with, regardless of who you are, your color, race, gender. It doesn't matter to me, nationality. I'm very selective with who I speak to. So I can understand from that sort of standpoint that you will get people who just need somebody in the community. And I'm hoping that I can be their voice. I'm hoping I can be somebody that can grow this overland adventure in Africa specifically. It doesn't have to be Africa, but Africa specifically now, because there are so many people who want to go back and who don't understand that, hey, you're in the United States, you got a car? Send your car over and stay there for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year. Just drive around it. Okay, you're not going to, unless you're planning to go to some crazy, really rural part of Africa, then you're not going to get stuck. They're going to be roads. Most of them are paved. Most of them are okay. If you got an SUV, a Blazer or something, 20-year-old Blazer, bring it over. You don't have to pay taxes. Just bring it over, get a temporary import permit, keep it there for 30 days and drive. Just keep driving, keep driving. More and more people should be doing this, but they are not. So it's up for me and my partner to sort of show people that it can be done. That you don't need a passage to Carnet to travel all around Africa. Africa is a fantastic continent, and it's there. A lot of them, when it comes to a lot of these diasporans, it's where they came from. It's where their people come from. It should be a lot more common for us to be doing this type of traveling, and hopefully by the time I'm done, it will be. A lot more people will be doing it. So keep your fingers crossed. Keep watching this space, and you'll learn more. Thank you. Take care.